Guys, welcome to the Friday forecast, final day of the week. I had two trades, both were a loss unfortunately, but they were very interesting trades. So let's get right into looking at the euro and the US dollar. So right here what I can see is that we are heavily trending down after we got this range. So as I was saying for the past couple of weeks, after this consolidation we usually start to get a really nice move, which we then got. So we got a nice trend to the downside. As you can see, a large push, pullback, another push, pullback, another push. No momentum shift in the pullbacks, so momentum was heavily to the downside. And at this point I was looking for a trade. So what had happened, I was looking for a nice, either a bomb, which is a flag, or a bullet, which is a break and retest trade. That's how we call it in our strategy. So a flag did form, and this would have been the entry candle. This one right here, this would be the entry candle. So I was seeing this nice push. I was seeing no momentum shift right here. The price was struggling to push up. It was even ranging for a bit right here, but unfortunately I was asleep and I missed this trade. So this one is a missed trade and it would have been a loss. So sometimes it goes in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. So it could have went to the downside. Fortunately it would be a loss. So then I placed a pending short order at the break and retest level at this inside bar, and I got tagged in and tagged out. So I was very happy to take this break and retest also, because I saw no momentum shift with the price struggling to push up. It was kind of, I would say, ascending to the upside, and that's a great sign, especially when we have almost no wick on the end of the impulse. But unfortunately this was a loss. So that's how it goes, that's the game. And then what happened, price is currently stuck between the low and the high. What I expect is more ranging price action. I do expect this because it's nearly market close. It's Friday, and on Monday and Tuesday we usually get a range bound market. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a large impulse and then a continuation pattern, which is a flag or a break and retest pattern, also to the upside, or I'm looking for an ascending and then a reversal to the downside, a nice flag, or a descending structure and then a nice reversal to the upside, something like this. Not really anything smart to say about this, except wait for the break of the low or the high, and then wait for a high probability pattern to form. So for the euro and the Japanese yen, I was also in a short trade. Very similar story. So we had this big consolidation right here, and I was definitely expecting for a large move to occur. And what happened, we got a huge push down, as you can see here, pullback, and then price continued. So let me take this back, it will be much easier. At this point, this was a textbook trade, especially on the euro and the Japanese yen. So we got a huge push, one candle pullback, continued, clean close, almost no wick, went far away from the low. So this could not have been better. This is a really textbook trade. I placed a pending short order at the most recent low for a break and retest, and we know that on the euro and the Japanese yen it usually just taps you in and goes. That is what happens most of the time, which is exactly what happened here. And at this point this did not stop me out. I was in a short trade and I was in major profit. Right here it was around 10%, I think. So at this point I was very happy, but still did not reduce my risk, because I need to have a counter trend candle and then for the price to break the low, then I can move my stops. And unfortunately price just reversed, and I couldn't have reduced my risk or moved the stops because we didn't break the low again. So this was unfortunate, because it was, as I said, around 10% or even 11% in profit, and then I got taken out for a loss, unfortunately. So yeah, that's what happens. It's just a part of the game. Especially the euro and the Japanese yen really likes to do this sort of things. It likes to impulse down and then reverse. It's really famous for doing that, so it's just what it is. The next one will maybe be better. It's just part of the probabilities. And now we are currently also stuck between the low and the high. We are starting to range. I'm expecting more of a range, and I'm waiting for that break of the low and the high. I am expecting maybe we get a descending, or sorry, an ascending and then a reversal, which I would take, or descending. So I'm basically waiting for a high probability pattern to form, because currently this is not showing me anything. I'm waiting for a large push up and then a flag, or a large push down and also a nice flag. But that's about it. Nothing really much more to say, except wait for a break of the low and the high, and wait for a high probability pattern to form. For the Aussie and US dollar, this one is just indicating to me a larger range, and that is because I can see that we have a descending right here, going into an ascending structure right here, and usually this ends up giving us a larger range. There was also an opportunity to enter on a reversal at this point, so maybe some people were seeing this ascending and then saw this reversal. We broke the low here, saw a clean close, and thought to get in on a break and retest trade, something like this. But because of the prior price action, when you take a look at from where we are coming from a descending going into an ascending, it usually tends to just do this. And because we are trend traders, we don't want to be in that sort of price action. So because of this descending into an ascending, I stayed out of this trade, and it just did not fit my plan at all. It was just a bad trade when looking at this prior price action. So currently I'm expecting more of a range, but if we do get a large push up, I will look for a trade, or if we do get a large push down, look for a trade, or I would like to see a nice clean ascending, something like this, look for a reversal, or if we do get a nice clean descending structure, I will look for a reversal to the upside. That's about it for AU. For the last pair, so the Aussie and the Japanese yen, there was an opportunity to enter twice right here, but I stayed out of both the trades, and both ended up being a loss, so it's good that I followed my plan. So in the prior price action, what I saw the pattern I'm always talking about, where we get the V. I'm always mentioning this pattern, so now it's finally playing out. We get a range, as you can see here, and then we continue in the direction of the second V leg. So this is a very common and very high probability pattern. So I was looking to enter on a short trade, and then we also got just a one candle pullback, and we continued, which is a great sign. But the thing that kept me out of taking a short here for a break and retest, for it to retest the most recent low, was that the break was not enough. So first we got a small wick, which is a warning sign, and then it broke by just a little amount. It was, what, 10 pips? Well, it's not a little amount when you look at it in pips, but when you look at it in terms of the prior price action, which is how you're supposed to look at it. So you're supposed to look at it relative to the prior candles and not really measure it, but sometimes measuring can put it in perspective. If you measure, let's say this move, it was what, a 200 pip move, and this one was just 8 pip break, so really small break. And visually you can see that it's just a small candle compared to momentum right here, where you can see how the candles, how big the candles are and how big the breaks are. So for me this was not enough. I wanted to see one more candle down with a nice clean close, then I would definitely be interested in a trade. Then we got this candle, and still this was not enough, because we didn't close below the prior candle, so we closed actually above the prior candle's low, and this was just not enough of a push. We also left a small wick. So through backtesting I found that this sort of a pattern doesn't tend to work out. So again, I didn't have an order on, and then price continued down, and then it reversed, so I would be stopped out for a 1% loss. And it's good that I followed my plan. And then we created a huge wick and retraced Now I am expecting that larger range because we broke the low, created a huge wick, retraced, broke the high, created a huge wick, retraced. I am expecting a larger range, especially Monday and Tuesday. What I will be looking for is a large push up, a nice flag, or maybe a clean ascending pattern and then a reversal, as always, or a large push down. Also look for a continuation pattern or a clean descending structure, and then a nice reversal and a flag. That's it, guys. Nothing really more to say. Be patient, wait for the break of the low or the high. The euro pairs are heavily trending down, so let's see if we can get on some shorts. And on the Aussie pairs, be a bit more patient, they look like crap. That's it, and I will see you guys on Monday.